I know there are people who are going to disagree with me on this, and they're probably all under the age of 13, but the internet is a horrible place. You know that, right? With quarantine and all of us being stuck inside, it's really given the creeps and weirdos on the internet more of a chance than ever to do their questionable acts. And as of late, a lot of those questionable acts have been incredibly dangerous and life-threatening towards children. And it's stuff like this that really makes me question people's ability to put two and two together, because I don't think they fully understand the outcome of these things and how they can really ruin somebody's life. So I'm going to be talking about some of these things that have come up recently, and I'm going to try to go into as much detail as I can. So disclaimer right here, there's going to be some pretty disturbing topics like suicide and manipulation. So if you don't want to hear any of that, click off now. But I highly encourage you to watch through this video just for your safety. So with that, let's go into the first topic of this video. We've all been taught from young ages that pedophiles are bad people and we should avoid them. But I don't think most people go into extreme detail when describing a pedophile to a child. They just say, oh, don't go into white vans or accept free candy or whatever. So for those of you who were just taught pedophile bad, I'm going to read the definition of a pedophile right now. So the definition of pedophile is, quote, a person who is sexually attracted towards children. Now there are some people who think that pedophilia is just a mental illness, but illness or not, it's still pretty weird. But strangely, the pedophiles themselves are not the weird topic we're talking about today. We are talking about the people who want to normalize pedophilia and want to make it a part of the LGBT community. Now, I know multiple members and supporters of the LGBT community, and I highly doubt that they want pedophiles to be a part of that community. The main thing that confuses me about this is that pedophilia is a one-way thing. You can't have a pedophile like a pedophile because pedophiles like children. And I'm pretty sure 99% of children would not willingly date an adult. But apparently, pedophiles actually have ways of getting the children to show them the same kind of affection. And I'm just gonna warn you right now, it is disgusting. They basically have this quote-unquote tactic called grooming, where they try to lower the child's inhibitions with sexual innuendos so they can get the child to basically do whatever they want them to do. This can range anywhere from the child taking very inappropriate pictures of themselves for the pedophile, or meeting up physically to do physical sexual actions with said pedophile. But it's not enough just gaining the child's trust alone. No. They also want the child to cut off their trust with their parents, their friends, their teachers, basically anybody who would look at 7-year-old Tiffany with 42-year-old Michael and think, yeah, that shouldn't go together. It's straight up mental manipulation, and I feel like I need to stress again that these are children, mainly prepubescent children, who have not fully developed their minds yet. They're still learning about the world around them. So this is really bad, and this could really mess up somebody. And people want to normalize this? Are you insane? Tell me right now, what makes you look at taking advantage of a child's developing mind and think, yeah, I want to see more of that in the world. So I think it's clear to see that I do not support this movement. And if any of you support this movement, I would like you to just go, please. Please get off my channel. So I think a lot of people who look at the Blue Whale Challenge and they don't know what it is, they think, oh, that sounds like a charity or something. That doesn't seem so bad. It's not. It's nothing like that, actually. It's pretty grim, actually. The Blue Whale Challenge is a very horrific game, as people call it, where the whole point is for you to kill yourself. The Blue Whale Challenge starts out similarly to pedophilia. A person on the internet who you don't know tries to manipulate you into trusting them so then they can get you to play the game. The person then gives you 50 tasks to complete over the span of 50 days. I don't know what all the tasks are because personally I don't really want to know, but I do know that they can span from staying up late and watching a scary movie to engraving the blue whale symbol into your arm. Then on the 50th day, your final task is to kill yourself, and the game ends. People have described the Blue Whale Challenge as a horrific Jumanji situation with no happy ending. The Blue Whale Challenge has allegedly been used in multiple cases of cyberbullying and has also allegedly taken the lives of many mentally ill and depressed children. And now in current year, it's back and it's worse. This is Jonathan Galindo. He is a makeup artist who made the admittedly scary, goofy cosplay that you see right now. This picture, along with many similar to it, have been used by several social media accounts that have been connected to several cases of the Blue Whale Challenge in current year. These accounts have stolen Jonathan Galindo's face and name, and I can't imagine what he must be going through right now, because this could be detrimental to his career. But there's still more to the Blue Whale Challenge that makes it a lot more dangerous than it was before. Now, allegedly, if a Jonathan Galindo account DMs you, and you so much as read their message, they can get your IP address. They can also get it from you blocking them or even going to their profile. Now, the actual evidence on those things is pretty vague, but it's better safe than sorry. I don't know what people get out of doing stuff like this. Like, the only thing that I can really imagine is that they like seeing this stuff play out, I guess. But no matter the reason, it's still messed up and incredibly dangerous. The internet is a place where a lot of people go to escape from their actual reality. And for that safe space to suddenly become so dangerous that your actual life is in jeopardy, it's a scary thing to think about. And the even worse part is that there are people making joke Jonathan Galindo accounts for whatever reason, I don't know, to be funny. It's not funny. This is literally deadly. It's just how much people don't care that really makes this even worse. The fact that stuff like the Blue Whale Challenge still exists today and is constantly evolving with technology is incredibly scary. So if you or somebody you know is dealing with suicidal thoughts, please reach out to people. There are people who are willing to help you in any way they can. Obsessed fans might seem pretty tame compared to the other things that we talked about, but not really. Every fan base or follower base has creeps, and those creeps can do some pretty bad things. For this topic in particular, I'm going to give you guys a short little story time about one of my friends in the art community. I did get permission from her to talk about this on the condition that I don't use anybody's name who was involved. So real quick, I just want to ask, if you do happen to know who either of the people I'm going to talk about are, please do not bring up their names, because everybody who was involved in this wants this far behind them. I can guarantee you that. Basically, one of my friends in the art community had a Discord server that me and a bunch of other people joined. Her server consisted of two main groups of people, one being her friends and acquaintances, and the other being her followers. But there was one person in the follower group of people who started doing some weird things in the server. He started asking for people in the server to give him dating advice, which made everybody uncomfortable. Number one, they didn't know you or the girl, so how are they supposed to give you dating advice? And number two, nobody really cares. If you were going to ask anybody for dating advice, ask somebody you know, ask your parents or your friends, anybody but strangers you've never met before. But when he realized that they weren't going to give him dating advice for a girl they didn't know, he sent a screenshot of her in the Discord server. Here's some nice little advice. Don't send real pictures of somebody to a server full of strangers. It's very easy to get somebody's location through small details in pictures. But not only did he have screenshots of this random girl that we didn't know on his phone, he also had screenshots of the girl who ran the server on his phone. And these weren't just recent photos. Some of these were days, weeks, heck, months old. Some of them weren't even on her account anymore. So he got kicked from the server, and my friend understandably made a tweet addressing the situation, saying that she wasn't going to be showing her face anytime soon on the internet. And then everything was solved. It was all good. Nothing more needed to come of the situation. but then he started replying to her tweet. In these tweets, he said he couldn't sleep, he said he was beating himself up, he said he wanted somebody to kill him, all because of this tiny thing that just got him banned from a Discord server. And I know that these are 100% not true and that he's just exaggerating to guilt trip her into forgiving him, but it's still messed up. You are saying this stuff to a child. If you had said this stuff to someone that was younger and less mature than this girl, I guarantee they would have believed these lies and they would have started blaming themselves for these fake acts of self-harm. All of these types of people that I've listed in this video pretty much depend on being able to manipulate a child's mind so they can get their way. It's easy to deceive people on the internet because they don't know who you actually are unless they've met you in real life. So for your own sake, please be cautious about who you talk to on the internet because you really can't trust anybody on the internet 100%. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I know this video had a completely different mood than the rest of my videos, but I physically paused the production of the rest of my videos just so I could do this one because I just felt like I needed to get it out as soon as possible. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew about the creeps and weirdos on the internet right now. Don't worry, in my next video, I'll be happy-go-lucky Breadman again. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!